Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, Peterson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Thompson now, 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
And this is caught. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They were zooming past that number there. Again, Peterson, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Touchdown Bears! Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Thompson will look to the air on first down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Fields now to throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd down and 8. Thompson out of the shotgun here.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
3rd and long, Thompson.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Play action. It's Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
One play action. Fields. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Velus Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before the break. Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Back to throw, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
First down, Thompson.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down. First down, here's Thompson. He'll drop this down to Peterson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Thompson now, 3rd down.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Off play action, Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Fields. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Fields trying to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's again to Montgomery.
And able to get this to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to...
Touchdown, Bears!
Cole Kmet,
31 yards.
And the Bears are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
and my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And in for the Lions touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
Kadarius.
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Trying to get on 2nd down. It's Thompson.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Shotgun on 3rd down. Here's Thompson.
He's airing it out for Williams. And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another try after the first down sack.
Thompson.
They still can't get her. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Thompson going to throw again on 2nd down.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, Fields. He's into the secondary.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Thompson will look to the air on 1st down.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
One final try for Thompson.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders